Hi, I'm Chantel with 141 Design Company, and I'm super excited to be joining you here with my very first Flosstube. A little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Chantel, and my husband and I, Brian, own and operate a small business in Williamston, Michigan called 141 Design Company that is a custom furniture woodworking business. We have a woodworking shop, and he builds high-end custom furniture, designs and such. My side of our business is that I design and create interchangeable seasonal decor. So interchangeable signs, seasonal home decor signs. For instance, like a welcome sign that you see outside someone's house, right out front on their porch, that says welcome, but the O is interchangeable. We have about 30 different designs and coming out with new ones all the time where that O comes off. So you take your sunshine off, you put your star on, and all of those things. It is found in our shop on Etsy, which is 141 Design Company shop. Of course, I will link all that information for you here in the descriptions, as soon as I figure out how here on YouTube. But I will link all of the information that I go over with you here in the description box below. A little bit more about myself. I have 3 daughters and 3 grandchildren. I have one daughter who's married, and she has the 3 kids, and then I have a set of twins. They are just the joy of my life. I love those grandbabies. I mean, come on. Can I get an amen on the grandchildren thing? So I am a mama. And now that I am a mama, I have found that decorating for holidays, I kind of took a break, as the kids. I did it a lot when they were little. And then they got bigger in high school. They, high schoolers, they don't care if you put Halloween out. But grandkids, they do. So I'm back. I'm back in the holiday decorating game. And I'm having a blast. So obviously right now, I've been doing all of the Patriotic. And that's exactly what I'm here to share with you is my Patriotic stitching that I've done in preparation for the holiday weekend that's coming up. Truth be told, I will be leaving out my holiday decor for the whole month of July. I mean, why not, and then we'll move into August and the fall and all of the things, and I'm looking forward to sharing it all right here with you on this Flosstube channel. I guess if you want to follow me too on Instagram, my Instagram is Chantel's 141, so it's spelled CHANTELLES 141, the numbers, because we are 141 Design Company after all. So enough about me, and now let's get into some of the stitching and the finishing that I've done. Now, first, I love Flosstube. I love all of your fun Flosstubes that you've been sharing, and I've been very inspired from a few of them that I'll rattle off. One of them, obviously, as you can see by the stitching before you, has been stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea. A lot of my Patriotic stitching this season, I did their charts. I had a great time. I was able to find them at my local Needlework shop, which is in Fenton, Michigan. It's called Stitches and Things. I was also able to find them very easily on Etsy in a number of different Etsy shops, as well as, of course, Priscilla and Chelsea's Etsy shop, and grab PDFs and just download those and go to town. Love their charts. As a new again stitcher, it's been very nice to use a cross-stitch chart that was easy for me to see. That's right, I wear the glasses. I am the mama after all. Easy for me to see, and they're in color. And so that was a lot of fun too. It's just a whole new world out there. Maybe they were in color 30 years ago too, I don't know. But anyway, it's just a whole new world. So I love the color chart. I love that they're easy to see. I love working on them and the color combinations and the threads and all of the things. So a few of them that I did were from their collection. I also designed some backers with them, which we're going to get into. Another Flosstube that I've been having a great time watching every week has been Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop. She's on Wednesday mornings, and it's been fun to watch and see all of the things that she does and stitching. And, some of these people, you guys stitch like at the speed of light, blows my mind. But anyway, so I love those as well, and I do have a stitch here from them. And another one, Javagirlstitches. I mean, come on, girl. Your finishes are off the charts. They are so good. I love them. So I really like your stitching. I love your Flosstube. You're doing a great job, and you've inspired me to kind of start my own. I mean, why not? Here I am. Hello. So the first thing I want to get into, obviously, we're going to go through some fully finished pieces that I have. I want to share with you my backers that I've been cutting that I will offer for sale because I put them on Facebook a couple times and people have asked. So I will put those in my Etsy shop as well. So I've got some new wood backers for you available. I also will share a few finished pieces that I didn't quite get to fully finishing them, but I'm sure I'll have them done by next week. And then again, I get to share whips. And then we're going to do some giveaways because why not? It may be Flosstube number 1, but I can give you stuff, no problem. So the first thing I want to share with you though is the fully finished pieces. So those FFOs, those fully finished objects. We're going to get started with a big one that's right here in front of me. This particular chart it came from Stitching with the Housewives. I did pick the chart up in Fenton at Stitches and Things. And it is America the Beautiful. And Priscilla and Chelsea, let me get that little, there we go. They do theirs on Monaco, on the black Monaco, which I adore. I love that look, but I have a hard time seeing on black. I'm not quite there yet. So I transitioned mine over to, I did it on Ada. Bring it up here for you to see. I did it on Ada. 14 count, and it's the color Natural. I made a couple changes, as you can see. There we go, a little bit closer. Obviously the lettering, I went with black on the lettering so that, you know, it would show up a little more. So then they used white, the bamboo color. So I used black on the lettering. I also found that once I had it completely done, I was having a hard time seeing the yellow on the flagpole. So what I did was I added another row of bamboo, that white color, right alongside the yellow next to the flagpole to give it a little highlight so that, and then of course I went around the outside edge of the top ball on the top of the flagpole too, just to highlight it. You know, so that the yellow would pop just a little bit more. It just was not showing up as great as I wanted it to on this. I thought it would, but then again, it didn't show. The other change that I did was in the green. On the chart, it called for 4-leaf clover. I used Classic Colorworks threads on it. It called for 4-leaf clover, but I found that that also was a little bit light on this fabric and didn't pop as much as I wanted to. So I just switched to the color Steamed Broccoli. So the green, I used Steamed Broccoli. I used, I believe it's black coffee. Anyway, black on the lettering, and then added that little white line just to help the flagpole pop a little bit more. Now, my backer. I had so much fun with this one. This is a wood backer that I cut here in our shop, and it is 2 separate pieces. I didn't get the frame, I didn't paint it black. I usually paint the edge completely black, but you can see the frame pieces are glued right on top of the backer piece, right here. So this is a black piece separate, this piece is separate. I painted them black, I painted the backer white, and then I glued the frame pieces on top of the white backer. The white backer also has faux shiplap lines that are kind of in there, and I'm going to show you that on another piece because they're covered up with this, but there are some shiplap lines on it. And I cut the backer a little extra wide, I guess in this case, and didn't mount it, you know, horizontally on it, but vertically, but went horizontal on it so that I could include this jean pocket because I'm sorry, it's nothing more American than denim. I love denim, obsessed with it. And I put this Levi jean pocket on here to act as like a vase for a fun little patriotic floral bouquet. The flowers I just picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I did bundle them with a little bit of, you know, tape and just slipped them right into the pocket. So I can take the bouquet out for storing this later, and if I even wanted to switch the bouquet up later, I could. I did go ahead and glue this right down to the backer. I did not use magnets on this one. It was a little heavy, plus I don't intend to change this out. So this is going to be an as-is statement piece. I have it on an easel now, but you could always add a hanger on the back portion of it so that you could hang a backer on the wall. That was my America the Beautiful. This one, super fun. Totally enjoyed that. Now, something that you'll notice throughout my Patriotic stitching as I'm sharing it is I did go ahead and use all the same colors. So I chose to stick with classic colorworks, whether I was using a chart from Fat Quarter Shop or one of Priscilla and Chelsea's charts, or even a Little House Needlework chart that I did. I still stayed with the same color combination from classic colorworks. So the same ribbon red and rain shower, bamboo, you know, all of those colors I used in each stitch so that all of my Patriotic stitching kind of blended and was a little more cohesive as a collection here in my home. Another set that I did, and this one I'll show you the chart. I downloaded this, I bought this from their Etsy shop from Stitching with the Housewives and downloaded it as a PDF, which worked out beautifully. So that was a great way to pick this one up. Rather than, it wasn't at my local needlework shop, so I got that off of Etsy. And this one is, they did it on black. Again, I did mine on the natural color 14 count Ada. This is Proud to be an American is the chart. Within this chart on their, this is part of their tier tray collection, tier tray tidbit collection. And within this chart was a freebie. So the next two are from this one. One of them is, here he is, Proud to be an American. And I went ahead and did a little back stitching around my Uncle Sam. Bring that in so you can see that. I did a little back stitching on my, I'm not a big fan of back stitching, but it seemed to be helpful on this one so that his beard didn't just blend in with my background. Made his legs stand out a little bit more, gave him a little more definition. I did mount this using the self-stick adhesive board and used Chelsea's checks in the blue on the outside edge, again on the Ada 14 count with a little ribbon. This one I did go ahead and put on with the magnets. So there are two magnets and washers on the back of my stitch. And this particular frame is something that is in our 141 Design Company shop. It is a two-piece frame, again, just like the other one, where it has the frame is separate from the backer, and you'll just paint the frame and the back in any color combinations that you choose. You could also choose to decoupage it, or you could use wood stain on these. This is a maple. It's a 1/4 inch maple, and it cuts out beautifully, and I designed and cut these backers. So this backer comes in, I'll show it to you. Oh, here it is again without the magnets, so you can see the faux shiplap lines on the back. This would be really cute if you decoupaged scrapbook paper on the back of this as well for your chart to go inside. These come in a variety of sizes, and you'll see them in the drop-down menu on the Etsy shop. And this will give you a better idea of what it's like. They'll come to you unfinished, ready for you to do in any color that you want. You get two pieces. So here is your backer piece. You can see those lines are just kind of burned right in here. And here's your frame piece. And it even has some little lines burned in on the edge and the corners to give that mitered look. So you're just gonna paint this, glue it together. You'll have a 1/2 inch overall thickness on the ends. And then you'll have plenty of space here for your cross stitch, your mount, or whatever it is you want to put there in the center. You could even paint these with chalkboard if you wanted to have that be a chalkboard for you. So these come, like I said, there will be a variety of sizes. You can get them rectangularly, you can get a square. Here's a larger rectangle, similar to what you saw America the Beautiful finished on. So a lot of versatility with these. They can go in an easel then, or you can put the little sawtooth hanger on the back. Just use the tiny little nails so you don't go through, and put them up here in your 1/2 inch thickness. And when I glue these together, I do use the non-foam clear Gorilla Glue is what I find to be the best. It is not a water-based paint, could warp your wood, so you want to use a glue that is a non-water-based style glue. I will put a blog post on our blog, which is on 141designcompany.com, and go over all of these things. It may take another week or so for that, but in the future we'll get blog posts up as well to show you how-tos for putting backers together. I just wanted to get some things out here and share it with you before the holiday season. Now, back to America the Beautiful, or I'm sorry, Proud to be an American. Here he is, our little Uncle Sam. So he's on that wood backer along with the freebie stitch that came with him, which was Stars and Stripes. Done in the same classic colorworks. I did it on the lighter background. Of course, they used white for the stars because they did theirs on black Monaco. I used a dark blue, which, oh, it's Wavy Navy. Wavy Navy from Classic Colorworks is the color blue. And then Ribbon Red, Bamboo, Rain Shower are the other colors within this stitch, with a little wooden star that we cut here as well, here at 141 Design Company. So these two are on that faux shiplet backer. Love them. These were a blast. Super, obviously I got a little carried away in the stitching with the Housewives. Now the next one I did, where did the chart go? Just a second. He was also a tiered tray tidbit. And I want to show you the whole chart. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here, sorry. It's red, white, and blue. It is a tiered tray tidbit. You can see on the complete chart, it literally says red, white, and blue. They stuck it on the little blocks that the girls had found at Michael's. And I did the same thing. But when I started stitching mine, I got my little truck done. And oh my gosh, decided that was enough. That was all she wrote for me. I just got that little truck done and he was so stinking cute that I just decided to go ahead and map that guy on the Priscilla's Pretty Plaids and then put it on the block that came from Michael's. These count, I don't know if they still have them there, but it has this gingham backer. We do have blocks that we'll have available as well that you could decoupage scrapbook paper on the edges, but I did pick this one up there and just put the little truck on. I think I'm going to do a few others. They have a lot of these in their shop that are just the trucks with different things for spring and fall and such. I think I want to do more of just the little truck because he sits on my tier tray and I really like it. It's fun, just the little truck guy. So those were some of the ones that I finished up from stitching with the Housewives. I've got 3 more I'm going to show you here in just a minute. But first we're going to slip over to here. This is American Spirit. This one came from the Fat Quarter Shop and it was part of Stitch Quarterly. Stitch Quarterly is a quarterly cross stitch subscription from Fat Quarter Shop. I just joined it this last spring, so I was not in the Stitch Quarterly Club last year, so I just ordered this one from their website, and it was also a PDF, so I could just download it and get going. Used the same classic colorworks that I used in the other stitching, my other Patriotic stitching, so which was Ribbon Red, Wavy Navy, Bamboo, of course, and then Rain Shower were some of the other colors that got used in there. I stitched this on, you know, a 14 count Aida with just that natural color. I mounted it on the denim that came from the pocket, the same pair of jeans, so that got mounted on some pockets. And I did put this one on a block that I glued ribbon on the edge, like 2 layers of ribbon here on the edge, and then added the bow to the top of it. In the back, I just drilled a little hole for a dowel because it's a little front heavy, so it tips forward. And I'll hold that up a little closer so y'all can see. This one was really fun. It was an easy to stitch one, just because it, you know, you could almost memorize it basically once you got going. So that was that one. I love that one. That was super fun. And now that I'm in Stitch Quarterly Club, I've gotten a few of the last ones, and I'm working on the summer one that just came out, which is also super cute. The other set that I did were some of the What's in My Cup series from Stitching with the Housewives, and they're Patriotic stitches. On these, I designed a backer that hangs together horizontally, and each one of the backers is attached by a ribbon. Let me show you. I did a set of 3 and they look like this. So I'll bring it up closer. The bottom one has the 4th of July, What's in My Cup. I went ahead and did some ribbons and some fun sprigs and glitter attachments. So just kind of went over the top a little bit there with a covered button for 4th of July. We've got the USA with the eagle. These are also done on 14 count chalkboard Ada. And then the top one is one of the tier tray tidbits as well. But it turned out it was the same size as the cups, so it fit into my frames beautifully. These frames I designed so that they would basically thread together. Let me show you the back. So the top, it's a 7/8 inch wired ribbon, and it's this ribbon. I picked it up at Hobby Lobby. It is laced through the backer, the little attachment that I cut into the frame. So I designed the frame so that it has this extra attachment piece that sticks out. You lace the ribbon through. You're just gonna hot glue that on. Lace it through here and it will hinge. Lace it through there, add another one. I just added 3, so my third one obviously doesn't have that extra one. But if I wanted 4, I just would have got another one of this one and added more. So this could be as long or as short as you want it. I did it with a set of 3. Bring it in here again. And these are also right now, which I don't know why, because they are on with magnets. So this would come off. Whoops, my little foot. But like I said, I'm not going to change that out. I'm going to keep that just as is for the Patriotic, because I glued the bows on. So I'm not going to take it out. But let me show it to you unfinished. This is what the set looks like in its unfinished state. So you'll have one that is the top that has, of course, a spot for your ribbon to thread through. It'll come up and around, go down the back, and then hook and connect to the next one. Here's the front frame. You're going to paint this, or decoupage, however you want. Glue them together, and you've got your spot in the middle for your stitch. Then you connect the next one with the ribbon this way, and connect the third one to the bottom. This is the bottom one. The bottom one won't have the extra, so it'll stop. This is a set of 3, and we're going to revisit these towards the end of the video as well. So this set of 3 will also be in our shop and ready to go, and I will provide you with all the measurements and things in the shop, so head on over there. We'll have some others as well, because this set can also hang. For instance, you've got one that hangs vertically, correct? Then there's another one that will go this way and hang horizontally. So you could hang the different tier tray tidbits or any stitch, they'll fit inside these. These will also come square as well, because I know there's a lot of really cute square ones that are really fun to hang and put up and just connect them as you go. So that was a fun one to design, and I really love how it turned out. I'm planning to do one in black for near my front door that will change out, and I can put some stuff on for fall, some Halloween, probably paint one up, or even decoupage one that's just for Christmas stitching, and do a couple different series. So that was a really fun stitch, and I just loved doing that. But with that brings me to the end of my fully finished pieces. Again, had a great time, completely inspired by some of the other floss tubers out there that I've seen with adding floss or adding ribbons and florals and backers and different fabrics, those types of things. Great, I'm having a great time. So a couple of now into just finished pieces that I didn't quite get done, but again, they're still Patriotic, so I thought I'd share them, and they were still done in the same flosses. This one is on chalkboard 14 count Ada, and I didn't get to, the only thing that I haven't done on it is it's supposed to have Old Glory here on the cup, and I haven't got that in there yet, but I'll get that in there and get him, he'll probably just, I'll stick him and put him on this one, or he can switch out on my, it's my wall tier tray, I call it, my hanger, and switch this out. So I'll get that one finished up. And then this stitch from Little House Needleworks, Long May She Wave, did it with the 14 count natural Ada, color natural Ada, and used the classic Colorworks threads that I had used in all of my other stitching just keeping it consistent. I have the other ones to this series too, so I'll probably get those done for next year and get that out at that time. So those were some that didn't quite get done, but they will, and we'll work on those as we go. And yes, of course, I have whips. I have whips to share and bags to share because I don't know. This is probably one of the reasons why I started cross stitching is I found, you know, y'all shared and enabled me to get these bags. So I got these bags now, and Denise, I haven't obviously met her, but I feel like she's my best friend. She's at Dot Goose Design, and these are her bags. I love them. I love the size. I love the fabrics that she uses. The feel, they're so soft and cushy. And then her little project pals that go inside. So these, the bag with the project pal, I believe is $35. She has an Etsy shop, and I will link that so you can see it. But a few of the ones I have going, this one in this bag is the Stitch Flea Market Flowers from Lori Holt. A lot of folks are doing this. Love it. I fell in love. I have the Flea Market Flower fabric collection that I'm working on putting a quilt together. I'm a pretty basic quilter, so I'm squares. Squares are where I rock, so I'm a square quilter. Anyway, so I'm making one for my bedroom, so I thought this would be a pretty stitch to have in my bedroom. And I started it out on the even weave fabric, and it was going okay. I was doing all right, but it was slow. Not that I've blown through it yet or not. I've just started. And I was not confident yet that I was going to get everything right, and I really wanted this one to be right. So I moved over to this fabric flare 14 count on the whitewash board, and this is what I've got going so far. I'm using all of the called for colors from DMC on this one, and I love it. It's so pretty. I might do some extra ones as smalls and some, you know, like different sketches of the designs for later or something, just because they're kind of enjoyable to just stitch. They're very relaxing. So I have that one happening. In another one, ready to go, I also went ahead and joined the Calendar Crates Club through the Fat Quarter Shop, and I've got August ready in the next Dot Goose Design bag because I've got a collection. I'll tell you a little secret. Okay, let's not tell Brian. All right, it's just between you and me here. I've kind of gotten into the habit that I order a bag from Denise, and she takes a couple weeks to send them, which is totally cool. I get it. She's got thousands she's probably making for people. And when the bag comes, once it arrives that day, I pop on her site and I order another one, because that keeps a revolving door, right, of feeding my addiction there for the Dot Goose Design bags, and I love it. So I'm getting quite the collection. I probably better slow down a little bit, but again, between you and me. So I'm working on August, or just got it this last month, and I'll be doing August. Look at that. There we go. Maybe. There you go. You might have already seen it. Comes with the extra little stitch, and it's the Calendar Crates. This will be super fun. I've got a lot of decor ready for the fall and for August. That is sunflowers and bees and the yellows. Got the floss. Everything came in the kit. I like that. Got my Ada pieces ready. This is on chalkboard is what they sent you. So I can handle this. You know, got it zigzagged on the edge. So I've got my pieces ready and everything in my bag. So I'll be working on that and getting this started. I do have the backer that they show in the picture that I did pick up from Hobby Lobby. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use it yet. I might actually take it, because I got a lot of wood here in my house, since obviously we're woodworkers and things. I was thinking about taking it apart and painting it, and then distressing and pulling some of that wood through and painting it in an off-white and seeing what that looked like. I thought maybe that would be a little something different. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. If I don't like it, I'll go buy another one. But in my last project bag, I have a few Lizzie Kate's, the calendars. Now these, I was super excited to find these because, again, I'm a new again stitcher. So Lizzie Kate, I know I can get them at 1-2-3 Stitch, but I was thrilled to find them at a needlework shop. And where I found them was this last spring in May. My daughter and my husband and I, my daughter, her husband, and the four of us and the little kids. Anyway, we took off for a week vacation to Assateague State Park in Maryland. And at this state park, we have Airstreams, so we camp. And at the state park, they have wild horses there. And so the wild horses just kind of, they roam around, they're in your campsite, they walk up and down the beach. It's amazing. It's so gorgeous. One afternoon, I was on the beach literally stitching. Of course, I'm, doing the thing like we all do, sitting there taking the picture of my stitch. And all of a sudden there was this shadow over me. And I looked up and there was a whole little herd of wild horses walking right in front of me, right down the beach. It was amazing. If you have a chance to get there, or maybe you've already been, visit Assateague someday. But anyway, I digress. On our way there, I was stitching in the truck. And I put in the Facebook group, the Cross Stitch Facebook group, just ask the question out there, is there a local needlework shop near Assateague, where we were going to be camping? And y'all are so great. You popped in and answered all the questions and recommended Salty Yarns, which is on the boardwalk in Ocean City. It's an amazing cross stitch shop. I was so thrilled to go there and visit, and was glad that it was on the boardwalk so my family had something to do while I shopped. So anyway, long story short, I got the Flip It charts of the months by Lizzie Kate, and I adore month things. I like seasonal. I like months. I'm collecting the little month charts. So these are what I started with. So I got June and July and August done. These little charts do come with the little buttons inside. And those three I have done, but not quite. So I'm working on the rest of them, but not quite fully finished yet. And I do need to add the buttons. But I used I didn't always use I used what I had. Let's put it that way. I tried to use the cauliflower and then kind of had to fill in with some of the stuff I had. But I have August and July, June. This one's adorable. The little buttons go inside the flowers. It's so cute. And little buttons go on the watermelon. But I have those three done, and I'm working on the rest of the months just as I go. These I'm going to finish as small pillows for a little bowl that my dad is carving for me. So I'll share that coming up here too. Inside my bag too, I'll share with you. This is what Denise calls a Project Pal, and she makes these to coordinate with her bags. And the Project Pal has like the felt on the inside, so your floss will stick to it, and the little felt heart where you can like pop your little needle. These have been really helpful. So when I remember, I try to order the bag with the pal that coordinates to go inside, and that has been super fun. Love using them. Love the colors. Love touching. Like just all around love those. So those are the whips that I have going on. I have a few others as well that I'm going to be finished because they're almost finished. I want to share those with you next week. So we'll share those again later. Then into some haul. A couple of weeks ago, a good friend of mine and we went to the StitchCon Cross Stitch Retreat in Cincinnati that was put on by Keepsakes. And Keepsakes is a needlework shop. We did get to go to Keepsakes as well, which, oh my gosh, the amount of stitching that is shown at Keepsakes is out of control. It's so awesome to see all those pieces and the finishing inspiration and the different pieces that are there and the fabrics, all of the things, right? I loved it. It was a great time visiting there. Did pick up some extra month charts. We'll share those with you later. But a couple of the other ones that I picked up, because also at StitchCon, they had an annex there by the stitching room. And in the annex was a trunk show set up with different designers. I'm sure you've maybe seen these. If you follow the hashtag StitchCon 2021, you're going to see a lot more inspiration from the other floss tubers who were at StitchCon, and I highly recommend checking it out for next year if you want to go. It was a fun thing. But in the annex, I grabbed some of the heart and hand charts that were there. Of course, following my little month addiction, I grabbed the square dance ones. So I've got the charts for all the seasons, or all the months from Heart and Hand in the square dance collection. This is what I was talking about. Like I might do these, I'll do these as pillows, but I'm going to do a wood frame too that would house these small square stitches. So I'll be bringing that out later in the design into things as we continue our Flosstube journey into the future. The other one that just, I don't know, it just grabbed me. You know how they do. That's why we buy all of them, right? Is Smallest Things Sampler. And it reads, sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. And it has a name on here. Here it is. It has a name here, but I'm going to go ahead, since I've got 3 little ones, I'm just going to continue on with the trees and just fill that section in. So it's just the words on the top, and then I'll just fill in that, or maybe I'll just stop right there. I haven't quite decided yet. But the house is really cute because it's a button that comes with the chart, and it's just adorable. I want to hang it up framed with, you know, in a wall collage with pictures of the little ones with it, and you know, different things like that, and different collections. So that was also part of my haul from the annex at StitchCon right there in the hotel. And then something that I picked up on Etsy recently is this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love these. I love the Dot Goose bags, and then this thing, all right? It's something that I had noticed on like Instagram. A couple people I was following had shared it. I think it's fairly new. It's from Starlight Stitching Company. This piece, I've got a chart here. It's a stitch clutch is what she's calling it. This particular stitch clutch she made using the Flea Market Flowers fabric, so of course grabbed me right away because by Lori Holt. It's got, these are little 2-inch squares, just kind of all quilted together on the outside of the clutch. She's got this adorable little tag. It zips open, so you've got spot in here for your things and floss and things like that. So it's like a little clutch, but then it pops open to this giant like floss keeper area with a little felt here for needles and such. I love this. This is so cute. She's selling these on her shop for $30. Again, it's the Starlight Stitching Company. She also sells the PDF pattern to make this. So I picked up the pattern as well, but I wanted to get one of these because I appreciate craftsmanship and like supporting that. So I will probably try my hand at making them, as well as, oh, who am I kidding? I'll probably order more from her. But I love this. This was, I highly recommend it. And I just liked how coordinated with my other things. So that came from Starlight Stitching Company on Etsy. That's the end of my haul, which I have more to share with you later, but we'll save those for another day. Now, I understand this is my first Flosstube. I don't even know if I have 3 people watching this, but I'm going to do a giveaway because it's mine and I can, right? And what I'm going to do is give away a set of 3 sets of the wall hanger, the unfinished wall hanger that I designed to go with, it's like a 3x4 stitch, I think is what's inside there. These I used the What's in My Cup series, fits right in there nicely, as well as the Tier Tray Tidbits fit in there from Stitching with the Housewives. And I'm going to give away 3 sets of 3 of our wall hanger unfinished frames. What I'll have you do is go ahead and put wall hanger in the comments on here and add some other comments. Introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you. I'm looking forward to hanging out here on Flosstube with you later. But go ahead and put wall hanger in there, and by golly, I'll figure out a way to do the random generator thing, and we'll get you we'll do a giveaway. We'll try that this time, and we'll have giveaways each week, and they're more than likely going to be of frames and things that we make. I've got more designs in my head for you of backers that we can do, and sky's the limit. If there's something that you're interested in or see, shoot me a line. I'd love to hear from you. So again, my name is Chantel. I'm here from 141 Design Company. This was my first Flosstube and I had a great time doing it. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you'll find me at Chantel's 141. I'll plug it in the bottom, but it's spelled CHANTELLES and the number's 141. So it's been great visiting with you and chatting, and I look forward to seeing you again. So let me find my clicker and I'll say goodbye. Thanks for joining.